Thank you very much, Councillor Woodward and fellow councillors, for allowing me to have my say. Very little at the moment, apart from my friend there and the gentleman over there in Petticoat Crescent, very little has been said about Woodcote Field at the back of the western side of Chukes Avenue. I live on the western side of Chukes Avenue, not far from my friend up there. I first saw my property, which I'm living in now, of course, September 06, 11 years ago. And one of the attractions of my property was the field at the back, plus the local housing, plus the bus service, and the back entrance, which allows me access to the shops, etc. I would have been very naive if I didn't think that eventually that field at the back, which I believe is known as Woodcote, would eventually be developed. But of course, having learned about it 14 days ago, when the sign went up on the public footpath, on the lampstand, I was unaware of what was going on. But I am horrified on two accounts. A, I'm going to have a building site at the bottom of my garden, with all its noise, a disruption, etc. You say there is no green belt officially in Hampshire, but every time I go out there, I look at that field, probably like a lot of others, and say that is my green belt. That is as good as. Plus the wildlife. Occasionally you do see a deer, foxes, and goodness knows what else is contained within the field. But what I'm more concerned about, and this does directly concern me, that is my one and only investment in this world and life. I'm not part of the paradise papers, which a lot of people will understand where I'm coming from. How nice that would be to shift and escape. Is that my property, plus the one next door, which are very exceedingly well built, has been identified for demolition. So I could be sitting in the middle of a road in a couple of years' time. Now, if I say to myself, I don't want to experience a building site at the bottom of my garden, I will lift and shift. If I put my property, and is my property, in the hands of any estate agents, who would want to buy my property now? No one. But perhaps someone here in authority could please say how I go about. Am I going to sit there for 2 or 3 years? You say we're halfway through a 4-year consultation period.
No, we're 14 days into it.
14 days, but it's gone on for 2 years or something.
The process of evaluating 200 sites has gone on for 2 years.
Okay. So what do? Do I sit there and say what I've just said, maybe I want to move?
Any decision on whether your property would be used as part of the development would be for you. There's no question.
Yeah, but you have already, or someone has identified.
Yeah, the promoters of the site have identified your property, as I understand it.
I mean, would they like to come along now and give me an offer, and I'll make it easy for me?
Maybe they would, but I'm not the promoter of the site, so
no,
I really can't
that I understand.
answer that question for you. But all I can say is that we are not, as a council, in the business of compulsorily purchasing your property.
Who actually identified my property and the one next door
as Richard Jolly just said, the site promoters. Is that right, Richard? Yes. Yeah, all of the sites that are in there are promoted by somebody. Well, as I say, the site promoters have put that in there. Did you have any more?
The first person to actually come along was a local Conservative Gospel councillor, 14 days this Saturday, and then Mr. Hammond kindly popped in again into my property and had a word a few days ago. Up to then, I didn't know anything about my property being identified for demolition.
Okay.
I mean, at the moment, it's worth nothing.
Yeah.
Who wants to buy a place which is going to be demolished?
Well, I guess that maybe if somebody thought that it was going to be worth a tremendous amount of money to a developer, maybe they would, but there is no compunction on you to sell your property whatsoever.
There is no compunction, but as I've just said, and I shall repeat, maybe I don't want to live on the top of the building site.
Yeah. Well, firstly, we don't know that it's going to be a building site. This is a proposal.
There are 475 houses.
This is a proposal in a draft local plan. Sites were identified for 10,500 houses, of which we need 2,500. So there are clearly hundreds of alternative sites. And this is week 2 of a public consultation on those sites. So please make your points, written points that you want to make. They will be taken into account. The site promoter has offered up, it seems, your home as a potential access. It's clearly not necessary for the development of that site, but it's something that apparently they have put in as a site promoter.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.